Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you're having a really great day. And today, oh my gosh, I've been doing chores and I am wore out. And I thought I'm going to grab a glass of water and come into the studio and dink around. So, I haven't played with Edith Holden pages in a while, so I thought I'd get those out. And also, I have this Poptart box. I bought these Pop-Tarts for when the kids visited, but they didn't eat them. So, guess who ate them? Not all at once, but yes, I ate them. So, I thought what I would do is just trim them up and use them as card backing, and then you know, go from there. Let's see. Okay, first I'm gonna try to get this just as straight as I can. So yeah, it's supposed to rain today. I hope it does. I haven't watered my plants in a couple of days, which is fine. It's been kind of, you know, cooler, and thankfully they're not crying about it. So what I'm doing is right now is I'm going on either side of that fold that was in there. Yeah, that helps me to not have any weird spots when I glue. Helps me to not have weird spots. I may still get a couple weird spots. We'll see. So thank you for all your sweet comments about the Joey Card Maker mashup for that I did this month. That was so much fun. I look forward to his freebies from Ko-fi every month. And then I don't know if you saw that I had everything out. I loved everything so much, so I went ahead and started covering spines of some books. Such a super quick way to change your decor. And if you didn't see that, I hope you'll go back and visit it. Another way you can do it is, you know, you get those books and they usually will have a cover, protective cover on them, you know, a book sleeve, I guess you could call it. And you could use Joey's mashup. I might do this anyways. You could use Joey's mashup, or you could use whatever you want. The Junk Journal Studio, use Michelle's freebies. Use the fall, or even if you want to get ready for the holidays, you know, start your Christmas. But you could collage the book sleeve. And then you could, you know, just use that instead of painting the book and all, which would be kind of fun. Okay, let's get rid of this. All right, so now I have 4. I want to make sure that I don't forget to, last time I did that Santa Claus, I don't know if you saw that, but I did it on this side instead of this side. Those seem pretty square. All right, let's see. I need an extra space. I'm going to open this drawer here, or this. I have these little pull-outs, which is so cool. Okay, I think I might need a pencil for this, and I think if I can find it. Can I find it? No, I cannot. I was looking for my pencil sharpener, but it's okay. Pencil sharpener, where would you be? So I was thinking I'd like to get these birds. I'll try to get as much of them as I can. I'm just gonna draw a line, and then I'll cut it out. Okay. So there's one. Probably cut that before I decide what I want to do with the other. Yeah, anyways, it was supposed to rain this afternoon. It hasn't, but it sure looks like it could. Oh, gosh. I just took a chip out of it. I think what I'm going to do is get my trimmer out again. I've got my rugs. Since I've been doing my chores, I've got all the rugs outside. I just finished mopping. You guys, when you live out in the country, I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but oh my gosh, your floor gets so dirty. And that's why, I mean, I can't even imagine how dirty it would be if I didn't have rugs at every door, you know. Okay, I think that's cute. It's sweet on both sides. It's so hard. So hard. Okay. All right. So just in case I cut these weird, I'm going to keep them together. Okay. This one, I bet we could get like that butterfly and the flower. So we're going to our son-in-law's, our grandson's first football game tonight. Very excited about it. We won't be able to stay for the whole thing because I think I told you we host a Bible study weekly. So that's tonight. So, but I'm just so excited. And I've reached that age where they consider me a senior, so it's free. Oh boy. I probably won't tell them I'm a senior because I think all the money goes to the PTA or something, which, you know, I like to support that. All right. So that's cute. Okay, there's two. Look at this. Isn't that sweet? Thankfully, nothing on the back. I mean, there's writing on the back, which I do love her writing, but there's nothing we have to sacrifice as far as a pretty Edith Holden picture. When I think about football, I think, gosh, I can remember sitting out at games, and it was bitter cold, but it's not that way yet. I guess football season is kind of a long season, isn't it? I have no idea how it goes. This just doesn't seem to be straight, so we'll have to take care of that later. Wait a minute. I'm going to move it over a little bit because I wasn't getting, I had too much of that nest left over. Anyways, I can remember taking, you know, thermoses and cocoa to football games. Joey's son played in high school. Our grandson is in middle school. He's on the middle school team, which is just as exciting. I'll tell you that the bleachers are so full, and the middle school here in our little town used to be the high school, so they have a very nice field and such. maybe some extra trimming going along with that one. We'll see how it goes. Okay. All right, what else? Isn't that the sweetest? Have to do something with that sometime. Ooh, I could get both of those birds. I thought about this. I think I'm going to get these birds. Okay. I still haven't gone up to the attic to get things to start decorating for fall. That really needs to happen, especially because I'm going to be leaving next week for Kathy's, and I don't want to come back and still have summer out. So I really need to get up there in that attic and dig through some stuff. I need to find someone that will come over and help me go through this attic of my stuff, because even though trying to get that just even though I still entertain and such, I'd like to dwindle it down and just get I'd like to just get out, you know, like just my favorites and stuff, things that I use over and over. And like I mentioned before, I've dwindled down and started. Boy, I did this one pretty. This one's really off. Hope it's not too crooked. Dwindled down to where it's just one, you know, one or two colors of dishes and stuff. I know I have other dishes. I just can't find them yet because they're all packed up. And I really don't use them. But it'd be nice to have them out and then either, you know, see if my granddaughters want them, my daughters or granddaughters, or use them, or get rid of them. Gosh, get rid of them, you know. Make some room. It's hard. But you get to, I think you get to a stage in life, or maybe it's an age or what. And get some paper. And you just start thinking, brother, let's simplify stuff, you know? Let's simplify. I have in the past, I have stitched through these little cardboard things. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm really wanting to get this nice and gooey. I don't want any of that blue showing from the box top. Sweet, sweet. I like those little glue in there. Okay, and these are going to be fairly simple. And then if need be, when I put them in somewhere, you know, in a journal, maybe I could decorate them a little bit more. But they're going to be pretty simple. I am going to put I think I'm going to put a little label on each one with a number. Yikes. Trying to avoid getting glue on the backs of these, but I mean on the front of them, but I did. I thought using a new piece of paper glue page would help me with that, but somehow I got glue on it anyways. Oops. Right in there. Huh. I don't know how I did it. Just being messy, I guess. Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. I got this at the Dollar Tree. Look how filthy it is. And I use this so much for so many different things. What do I use it for? I use it for what you just saw me using it for. I use it to, when I'm using my jelly plate, I use it sometimes to help me get the paper down really nice. I used it a lot when I was, well, I used a little bit when I was doing those books, the book edges, the spine. Primarily on those, I used the ones I think in the video I used the bone folder because I could kind of get right down on in it. I like this Edith Holden because the paper's a little bit thicker and you can't really see through it. This one seems like it might be a little off. Oh, maybe it's me. Gosh, I had such a bad dream last night. I'm very, very influenced by events, and I had watched, I don't know, a YouTube video or something, and then all these things in the news, and so that I had a bad video. I had a bad dream. Thankfully, it was somewhat early in the night. Whew, I woke up, I was praising God that it was a dream. My heart, I was terrified in my dream, and I woke up, my heart was just pounding, and I had to make myself take deep breaths and, you know, just be thankful that it was a dream. And thankful that I had Joey to, you know, because as soon as I woke up, I stretched my foot out like I was a ballerina trying to pirouette and reached my foot over to see if Joey was in bed, and he was, and I was like, whew, good to know, good to know. But you know, sometimes those are hard to shake. Now, I'm glad that it was a little bit abstract in the sense that it wasn't about, you know, a family member or anything like that. Those are really hard for me to shake. But this one was just something that had been in the news, and I had seen a couple of videos about these things happening across the country, and it just, in my dream, it was happening in our yard, and getting ready to come through the house, and I was like, oh my gosh. And honestly, I think it was my pounding heart that woke me up, because in my dream I was so panicked, and I couldn't get my phone to work because I was going to call 911. Well, actually, my first instinct was to call Joey, but I thought, you know what, it's going to be faster to call 911. So, but I couldn't get in my dream, I couldn't get my phone to work. Isn't that just weird? But I tell you, that's why at night I can't watch anything. And that's what happened is I watched something at night. I shouldn't have. I can't talk about things that are rough. I can't watch anything. Everything needs to be very lighthearted. I can't talk about things that I have, like, you know, any type of a fear about, because I'll dream about it. So over the years, I've just been really cautious, and I'll be, if somebody brings up a topic, like if we're out and about, and we're going to be coming home, it's late, you know, like we'll at a friend's or something, coming home, and right before we come home, a topic comes up, or a joke or something about something that I have a fear about, like rodents or something. Oh my gosh, I'll be like, don't say it, don't say it. I'll have nightmares. And then I get home and I have to cleanse my mind and watch like something funny on TV, or something, you know, easy, like Andy Griffith or something like that. Lucy or whatever. Yeah, I don't know why my mind is very, very sensitive like that. Anybody else have that? Is it just me? Man, I never hear of... Sometimes Joey will say, oh, I had a dream last night, but it doesn't ever... I've never heard him tell me what a dream was that I can ever remember. And I don't remember him ever having like a scary dream. Mine aren't scary in the sense like they are sci-fi scary, like, you know, monsters, or, you know, Martians or anything like that. Mine are like, they could happen type of dreams. And they seem so real. Sometimes though, they seem real, but I can't explain them. Isn't that weird? You have a dream and you can see it in your mind, but you can't form the words to explain what the dream was. That happens more times than not. Excuse me. Now, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to just go around, and I'm going to go at an angle. I don't know if you can see that. And basically, I just want to do this to kind of smooth that and rough it a little bit. Smooth and rough. But I want them to kind of be one around the edge. So I like to do that. This is giving it a nice thickness. Do you remember the other day when I was showing you that Santa Claus? It would have been a double thickness of this. So if you wanted it even... Okay, now that one is not even. So let's see if it'll take it off. This one, I'll probably need to put something down the side here. I might wait though, because depending on where it goes, I might put like some washi that kind of goes with whatever the journal is. There, that feels really good. It's just that there's a different feel to the edge. And they're both neat. I like them both, you know, but I wanted to rough these up a little bit. If you wanted it to be really rough, like I say rough up, it's blending into the thing in the back. But if you wanted to rough it up, you could use that Tim Holtz roughing wheel. I don't even know what it's called. I don't keep it at my desk because I rarely use it. I do use it once in a while, though. So you could use that, or if you really wanted it rough, you could take this, your blade, and you could scrape it. But I don't want to do that with these. I hope that noise isn't bothering you. Okay. I like it. cereal box, macaroni and cheese box, you know, noodle box, whatever. Okay. So pretty. So pretty. Look at all that. I don't know if you can see it, just a ton of dust. One more. Still watching the portrait show. I just love it. Is anybody else watching it? Let me know. Just love it. It's on Prime. And I see that they have a landscape one too, where they paint landscapes. So that will definitely be next. This one has a little bit of a hangover. Okay, very good. All right. That is done. Okay. Put this back. And I'm going to get out my Distress ink. Excuse me, just for a second. I'm going to get a little drink. Okay, thank you. All right. See how nice that grabs? So pretty. I love it. Yep. I've been thinking about when should I clean out my garden. I mean, it's looking a little scrappy, but it's not completely a goner yet, you know. And I thought, well, if it lasts until I get back from Kathy's, then I'll do it. But I've, you know, I mentioned in the last video, or maybe it was the one before, that I'm trying to figure out where I want to put some morning glories from where they're at now at the well house. And on the side of our house, it's perfect. It's actually, you can, if you go out the, okay, if you go out the side of our house, you can see where I'm talking about. And if you go out the front of the house, you can see where I'm talking about. And so it would be a really good place. The only problem is it does get sun, but I don't know that it would get enough sun. But there's a little Japanese maple that is, you know, the main shade there, and it really needs to come down. It's gotten diseased. When we first moved here, it had, you know how they get like a bubble in their bark? I don't even know what that is, but and then it split. Now this is before we got here. It split, and part of the tree, you know, I don't know, maybe it was in a Y, and part of the tree fell off or broke off, or they cut it off. Anyways, it's diseased, you can tell, and I really want that thing down because it just does not look right. Which is a shame, because, you know, when those are doing well, they're so beautiful. Look at the difference. Can you see that? the difference when you put a little bit of distress around it. Again, you don't have to. I like to. But I also noticed, like, remember when we were doing Retro Roxy Wednesdays, and I didn't do any distressing? Well, and then I said if I wanted to, when I went to use it, then I would distress them. Well, many of those I haven't distressed and I've used, and so I do like also things not being distressed. But I think these look really nice distressed, especially after you take the file to it. Okay, what a mess. I gotta leave this somewhere where it's not supposed to be, so that, well, I'm gonna need it again, but I've got to change that foam. All this speck, that's all foam. All right. It leaves these little streaks when I do that. When I clean it. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. 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 Now what? Now what I want to do is I'm just gonna get some paper here. Okay. I thought what I would do is just make some labels. And I thought I'd try to make them on a tea bag. We'll see how it goes. And I was thinking that I like this one. Oops. Have to go that way, I guess. I don't guess I've used that. I like that. I like the rest of them, but I think this is really what I wanted, because what I want to do is stamp it, and maybe we'll use this archival ink, stamp it, and then stamp a number or something in the middle. I'll do it like this. Okay. Looks like we're getting it. Let's see if it's dark enough to show up. Barely. Okay. That's an option. It didn't turn out very good, but it's an option. Let's see about the walnut stain. What that looks like. Doesn't have to be super straight because I'm going to cut them anyways. Better. All right, and then so that's option 2. That's best so far. Let's see what this one does. This is black. I don't know that the black is really what I want for this, but we'll see what happens on this tea bag here. Interesting. It definitely shows up best. Let's see. I still think I like the walnut better. So let's make some more of those, and then we'll put a number in them. Okay. Concentrating. I'm so quiet. All right. Let's just stamp off. Okay. right, very good. Put that back. Okay, now let's see about numbers. Okay. So I don't know if you've seen this before, but I just took one block and I put my numbers around it, so I always have them handy. You know, just random numbers. I put them in a way that when I stamp, the others are off, just in case they have any. What is that? EG. Huh. Just in case they have anything on them. I'll do this. And then I think I'm going to do this. That one had a little bit runoff. Okay. And then we have one more here. I think it's going to be this one. I ordered a new number stamp, you know, just with random numbers. And I'll have to show it to you one day when I get my stamps out, but it says something like, maybe you've seen this stamp. It says something like multiples of 8, 10 times 3 equals 30. And I was like, okay, I don't understand. So I don't think that's probably from the US. You could also tear these if you wanted to. So basically this is just a tea bag that I let dry and emptied it and then just flattened it out. I let the tea, sometimes I empty it when the tea is wet. Sometimes I'll let the tea dry in it. It's a lot easier if you let the tea dry in it. Plus the color of the bag is darker. Like this is dried in. And then you get like these fun splotchy. But it also is pretty if you don't let it dry in. It's a softer color of your tea bag, of your tea, whatever your tea kind was. I think this was either Earl Grey or orange. What is it? Pico? Or is that how you say it? I can't remember. Well, what's happening here? It's funny, today I got a text from, oh gosh, from my old boss. He's so sweet. He's the one that, I tore that, but I'm not worried about it. Tear it a little bit more. He's the one that I made the Alaska journal for, travel journal. He and his wife. Anyways, he texted me, happy anniversary, happy work anniversary. So let's see, it would have been 13 years ago today that I had joined that company. It was one of the largest banks in the world. Had joined that bank. And I wasn't in like an actual branch or anything. I was hired as a manager for service strategy strategizing how to care for customers and stuff. All right. So anyways, yeah, today would have been my anniversary. It's funny that he remembers that. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, now that one that has 2 figures, I thought if I could find something that had 2, maybe this one, because they look like they're different birds. That's kind of big, isn't it? How about there? And again, we can add more to these cards as we determine what journal they're going to go in. I love those. Just make sure it's all tapped down. Sweet. It's easy to, I would think it would be easy to get these wrong side glued, because unless you're really paying attention, because you can see right through. I'm going to put this one down here too. Seems to be a good spot. And because it's so thin, that glue kind of comes through, so that's why I'm just kind of blotting it down to make sure it's completely down. That's neat. I love how the T is, once I put that glue on and then put it against this card, how beautiful the little label looks. Definitely getting gluey. Where is this one gonna go? Right there. All right. Anyways, I hope you guys will, I hope you'll grab you some food packaging and a magazine, or you could do a children's book, or, you know, get your Edith Holden out. Or use, like I said, you could either use, you know, one of the freebies that we've seen lately. Junk Journal Studio has her freebies. Joey has freebies. And, you know, if you are, see if I can slide that a little bit. If you are subscribed to like Roxy Creations or some of those, I mean, or Pam at the Paper Outpost, they send out freebies too in mail, you know, email. Okay, I love them. Let's get rid of this. I'll put it over here so I can use the back, because that's not really for glue. That's not what I have it for, is gluing, but I ended up doing that. Okay, let's take a look. Oh yeah, that one. Marigold, it says. A song thrush. I don't know what this is. It looks like a robin to me. Oh, I meant for this to go this way. Oh well, we can still have it go this way. Just have the labels wrong. Okay. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Swallow, maybe? I don't know. Okay, everyone. Hope you have a really great rest of the day. Don't forget, we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.